On the night of Father's Day, I had a vision. And in this vision, there was a young man who was about to leave. And this woman had her finger, or it looked like a claw, okay, in his back. He was running away. The reason why he was running away was because this young woman that he was fooling around with, she unveiled her mask. It was actually a demon. And that demon was hideous. But by the time he realized that he was sleeping with a demon, my God, he couldn't escape because her claw was literally sunken in his back like deep wounds. And what God is showing me is that, listen, if some of you knew who you were sleeping with, you wouldn't even mess around with people outside of a marriage. This young man, what he saw physically was not what was happening in the spiritual realm. And that's why God says he doesn't look at the outward appearance. He looks at the heart. That was an ugly demon disguised as a beautiful woman, or a woman with nice figure and shape. And that's what happened to a lot of our young men in today's society. And I'm speaking to the young men because that's directly what God showed me in the vision. He didn't show me a woman, and I'm not saying that these things can happen with women too, but he showed me a man. And men need to take their place in society. Stand up for righteousness. This was Father's Day night, and ever since then, I've had other visions, and I've talked about this already in my live that was done the day after Father's Day. So it was the Monday. I don't have the exact date, but you can go back and watch that live. But I didn't put a post out. So this is me speaking out about it now. Listen, Samson and Delilah. Samson was spiritually blinded. He was deceived. He couldn't see Delilah's intent. And after Delilah revealed who she was, my God, he was physically blinded. But it started off spiritually. A lot of you men in today's society are so blinded by beauty. You're so blinded by the physical appearance of what seemed to be a woman. But you don't realize that you are destroying your destiny. You're entangling yourself with someone. You're entering into a demonic contract. Because why people would like to pretty it up and call it lust? Let's say what it really is. When you decide to be intimate with a woman outside of God's will, you're setting yourself up to be in soul tie for demonic forces to attack you. All these different things to come after you. All I can say to you is a young man in the vision is destined for greatness. And we see throughout the Bible, the enemy will use our lust. First of all, it takes lust. It takes you being enticed by what you see with your eyes or by what you hear. Because we like to say the woman and that's it. But we've seen time and time again, it's the fact that you don't have self-control, for one. Even in today's society, great men who rise up, all of a sudden there comes a time when they're exposed for their deeds. Because why? They didn't master that area of their life. They have no self-control in terms of sexual intimacy. Trust me, you don't ever want to see a sexual demon. It's one of the most hideous things. These things are so hideous. So they have to disguise themselves. They have to put on a mask. This young man is destined for greatness. And that was the enemy's trap. So now he's trying to leave because he see the red flags. And yet this demon had a claw in his back. My God. And when he does leave, he leaves wounded. Only God can truly restore. Remember, we pay a price for the sins we commit. There are consequences. Yes, we can repent. Yes, we serve a forgiving and a merciful God, but there are consequences for our actions. This vision is specifically for the man in today's society, young men who love God, but might be playing around saying that they're young. They want to enjoy their youth. Oh, God made me with all these feelings. God made me with these things. But what about self-control? What about giving your desires to the Lord? In the end, it's a seed that's been planted in you that has not been manifested as yet. Stay strong. God's grace is sufficient to keep you. It's not easy, but when you stay under the covering of God, when you keep your eyes focused on Jesus, He will sustain you. He will guide you. He will give you a way of escape. Resist the devil and he will flee. Don't be the next Samson. Don't be the next David. Don't be the next Solomon. All these men in the Bible faced consequences for their actions. You can learn from their mistakes. You don't need to make the mistakes that they made already. No, I'm not saying that we are perfect. It's not easy. But whatever you're gaining temporarily, all the pleasures that you are experiencing will affect you permanently. Anyways, when you get in that position that God finally places you in, here you comes with the struggle, thinking that, oh yeah, now I can change. No, it's going to come to haunt you. It might sound like speaking gibberish or I'm all over the place, but the essence of what I want you to get from this vision is God is saying, young men, stand up for righteousness. Don't fall into temptation. Don't allow society to dictate how you live your life. I've said this before. There are a lot of musicians and artists that will sing about sleeping around and having a grand time, but none of them sing about the STDs that they have contracted. Take your place back in society. Excuse me. It's time for young men to rise up. God is calling on you all to stand up in righteousness. And yes, women can relate to this vision too, because there's some women that, my God, and the men that they sleep with, they're just a demonic assignment. A lot of these women that you're sleeping with, because I'm speaking to the men today, a lot of the women that you're sleeping with are just a demonic assignment waiting to destroy you. Their entire mission is for you to abort your purpose. They have no desire to love you. They will pretend to love you. They'll pretend to be caring, but deep down inside, they have one assignment, and that one assignment is to destroy you completely. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, and that is their assignment. Live for the Lord, live for God righteously.